Hello, I just got back from vacation. I was in Palm Springs, California. Just want to do a really quick video in regards to their economy and what people told me as far as shop owners, restaurant owners, and the people at the Marriott. I was there for the last 7 days. It's a little vacation town, or I guess not a little vacation town. It's a group of cities. It's Palm Desert, California. You got Rancho Mirage, Cathedral City, a couple other places. And it's basically a place where retirees go. There's a lot of townhomes, a lot of timeshares, a lot of golf courses, and it's where snowbirds go for the winter to vacation. Saw a lot of Canadian license plates. So it's that type of place. It's 110 degrees in the summer, and of course, like the last 7 days, you're still able to lay out by the pool, 70, 75 degrees. So that's the type of area it's in, and it's basically it's a good example of what California's economy looks like now. It's basically a lot of consignment shops, people selling knickknacks and crap, and a lot of restaurants. And I observed a lot going there in regards to how vacationers are doing, vacation towns are doing, as well as how the wealthier people are doing. I observed two things in regards to the wealthy people, how this is affecting them, this economy. I spoke to the Marriott people, some of them who I've built a rapport with. They let me know that as far as timeshare sales have dropped off a cliff. They are not selling any of the timeshares. And that kind of let me know that a lot of even the wealthy are really cutting back from their expenses. Also, the Marriott itself, this is peak season for this vacation area, and the Marriott was basically pretty empty. There wasn't too many people. It was probably one day out of the whole thing, out of the 7 where I was at the pool, and there were other people down there. It was just pretty much empty. I thought that was interesting, as well as the Marriott people did confirm to me that it was very light for that time of the year. The restaurant owners, there's a strip on the 111 if you've been in that area or want to look up on a map, that there's basically a bunch of little shops, and it's probably half a mile to maybe a mile, and it's basically just where people go to hang out. You know, there's Cold Stone there, all the mom and pop restaurants, the knick-knack places, places to buy your dog sweaters and stuff, all that junk. You can do the horse carriage thing around the block or whatever. So anyway, spoke to a restaurant owner of the Matchbox, and he had relayed to me that basically from January to November, they had 50 stores closed, 50 in that little half a mile to a mile block. And from December to January 7th, they had 45 stores closed, so almost double the amount. What took 11 months, with 40 days, almost double, excuse me, not double, but matching what it took 11 months. So you can see this area is going to get hit hard. They're already starting to be on the downcline. A lot of restaurants were closed on the weekdays. They were closed. I had a cigar shop that I showed up to at like 12 o'clock. The hours said it was supposed to be open on Sundays. It was closed. And the Matchbox guy told me that a lot of restaurants were only opening when a lot of people were in the area. So like on Friday nights and Saturday nights, and sometimes they were closing for the whole week, so they didn't have to pay staff, as well as not pay utilities. Of course, those staff members who are only working 2 days a week instead of 5 are fully employed on that unemployment report you're going to get tomorrow. Another thing I noticed when I went to Ruth's Chris, if you haven't been there, I highly recommend going to Ruth's Chris before this whole thing goes down the toilet. Ruth's Chris is a phenomenal place to get a good piece of meat. And usually the waitress or the waiter, whoever, they have their kind of like their own little assistant. And I noticed they didn't have assistants. None of them did. They were all kind of out there on their own. There was one guy floating around the restaurant refilling waters, but basically it was just the servers. Also, it was very interesting that, this happens to be my favorite restaurant, by the way, Ruth's Chris. You open the menu, and it was almost like going to Chili's. They had an insert in there with all their specials, and this I've never seen. Usually it's just a la carte. You get the filet, or you get the porterhouse or mashed potatoes, whatever you're going to get. It's all separate. This was actually like little specials, like filet mignon, mashed potatoes, and a drink and a dessert. That is just unheard of at that restaurant. So anyway, that is my kind of frontline reporting on what I observed going on in Palm Springs, California. The only other thing to mention really is just overall talking to the people who work there. I talked to all the waiters and stuff, and they were all giving me the same story that, you know, things had dropped off a cliff. Some of them had went out and got another serving job to try to make up for the offset in tips, loss of tips, just overall from the economy. So I look forward to seeing how that progresses. Of course, I don't look forward to seeing people lose money and go through hard times, but I'm going to probably go back there in a month or two just to check it out. It'll be interesting to see what that little strip mall looks like, because the retail is just going to get killed, especially what they're selling. They're literally selling just, you know, when somebody wants to buy a little frog stuffed animal or something, just crazy crap that, you know, something you'd buy for grandma on her birthday. So it'll be interesting to see how many of those stores are left. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. I actually will be doing 1 or 2 videos tomorrow. There's a lot of data to cover. An article about China losing their appetite for U.S. debt, as well as unemployment numbers come out tomorrow. I want to go over those and also basically talk about what they're doing to really screw this thing up. Basically, the government interventions and the disruptions they're causing in the free market that are basically, you know, they have the economy on life support, but it's basically going to make the situation much worse, especially for the stock market. I'll talk to you all tomorrow with a very long update. Bye.